This is a line drive to left field. What a catch in left field. Full extension grab. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Josh Cope, the Kent State product, getting it done. A huge third out here in the fifth, and that saves the day for the Beach Boys. 2 pitches, 2 strikes. It's 0-2. Lichtenberger has got to protect at the plate. The Beach Boys are not going to get an opportunity better than this. The bases are loaded. There's 2 outs, and they're down by just 1 run. Here's the 0-2 pitch with Ballart on third, Miller on second, Page on first. Misses, and it gets past the catcher. Ballart is going to score, and the Beach Boys have tied this game up at 2. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Dotson with 2 outs in the 7th. Swing and a miss. That breaking ball has been working all day long. Such juice, such filth on that pitch. Strikeout number 7 of the day for Zach Dotson. He's done 7 shutout innings. What a way to end his outing. Count swings at the first pitch. This is going to be a tough play. Rosenthal, highlight reel play, flipping it with his glove. Oh my goodness. Da-da-da, da-da-da. What a play, saving the day, and we are still tied 3-3. Rosenthal ran after that softened hit and flipped it with his glove right to the catcher, Grant Harrison.
Blazers just trying to get 3 outs to seal the deal for game 1. That's ripped into right center field. That's sailing, and that's gone. That was smoked by A.J. Berrios. How about it? And the final inning, the Beach Boys making magic happen.
Welcome back to the SFCBL Network. It's the North Division Finals. We kick off and resume. In the bottom of the 4th inning, the Beach Boys just put their first run on the board, but the Extreme are still out in front, 2-1. Alex Rosario back for his 4th inning of work. Gave up 2 runs in the first, but in the 2nd and 3rd innings, it was scoreless baseball. Rosario up to 3 strikeouts on the day. 17 strikeouts on the season. So it's the 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up this inning, starting with the 3rd baseman, Logan Cook, who singled in his first at-bat. Cook, who goes to Southern New Hampshire, looking to put some runners on the base paths here. A big game. The winner will play in the SFCBL Championship tomorrow at FAU.
That's going to be fun being on the big college field tomorrow.
And it is a best-of-3 game series. Game 1 on Saturday and games 2 and 3, game 3 if needed, on Sunday. Again, all of those games at FAU Stadium.
And we'll be streaming here on YouTube on our South Florida Collegiate Baseball League Network channel.
Here's the next pitch to Cook. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 4 of the day for Alex Rosario, and out number 1 here in the 4th inning.
Number 18, the first baseman from Palm Beach State, Brandon Marquez.
So here's Brandon Marquez with no one on and 1 out. Rosario doing a good job using that off-speed pitch to force swings and misses. We know Rosario's a big strikeout pitcher, and if you weren't in here earlier, coming off a 10 strikeout outing, you don't see that this often in this league. Marquez 1 for 1 today with a single. This is popped up and out of play. Marquez goes to Palm Beach State College. A lot of Palm Beach State College guys in this league, including on the Beach Boys, Parks Fucci and Andrew Tabarez. Marquez hits that right up the middle. With 1 out, there's 1 on, and here comes the designated hitter, Anthony Estrada.
Well, Marquez 2 for 2 today. Had the bloop single to left and now goes right up the middle.
Great hitting, and when you go up the middle, no one in the Beach Boys infield will have a chance at getting that. You almost got to play keep away. So here's Estrada, struck out in his first at-bat. Swings at the first pitcher is Lichtenberger. He's going to step on second base and throw it to first. A double play, and that will end the inning. Lichtenberger showing off the leather already today, and it's only the 4th inning. I'm sure Alex Rosario is glad that there's a guy named Tyler Lichtenberger behind him at shortstop. So the 6-3 double play, and we'll be back here on the SFCBL network as we head to the top of the 5th inning here in the North Division Finals. Welcome back into the SFCBL YouTube broadcast. Isaac Edelman still alongside Lisa Pride. It's the bottom of the 6th inning, and the Beach Boys have their meat of the order up. Down by 1 run, 3-2. And here's the Clemson shortstop, Tyler Lichtenberger, struck out in his last at-bat, but reached base earlier with an RBI single. Well, how about Eden Cardenas? He's in for his 6th inning of work. Still dealing. He's gone 5 innings, given up 4 hits and 2 runs. But like I said, those 2 runs came in the 1st inning. Lichtenberger swings at the first pitch. This could be a tough play from the shortstop, Danny Machado. And Lichtenberger beats out the throw. An infield single to kick off the 6th inning. And here comes the dangerous right fielder, Harry Vargas Segura.
Well, the Beach Boys, this is the heart of the order. This is when they need to get things done. It's getting later and later in the game. We're in the 6th. Time is running out. So the Beach Boys leading off with a single. Cardenas, let me get you, I'll let you in on a little secret. It's Iden. And guess what? His teammates, his coach just found that out. All season they've been calling him Aiden. And then he finally said, you know what? It's Iden. Why is everyone calling me Aiden?
Well, it's the playoffs. I guess not too late.
No, but isn't that funny? Like his
correct.
whole team. Then his coach said, you know what? I'm just going to call you Aiden because that's what he's been doing all season.
So Lichtenberger is on first after the infield single to kick off the 6th. And that's a balk. So, wow. The Beach Boys with the big break here. They have Lichtenberger now on second in scoring position with no outs. And Harry Vargas is up at the plate. The Beach Boys have as many hits as the Lightning today. Both teams have 5 hits apiece, but again, the Lightning still lead 3-2 on the scoreboard, and that's all that matters. You got to win to advance. If you lose, your season's over. And believe me, these players want to win. They don't want their season to end. And especially if you're a guy looking to transfer, you want more film. In order to get more film, you got to play the game. You got to be out there in the field or at the plate.
Yeah, you definitely want as many ABs as you can and opportunities.
Harry Vargas with a high fly ball into deep right center field. That's going to fall in. Harry Vargas is going to go to second. Lichtenberger's running third. He's going to score an RBI triple for Harry Vargas Segura. And the Beach Boys tie this game at 3. Harry Vargas going to opposite field and right center field. And a triple. How about that?
Lots of celebration on the left side of the diamond here out of the Beach Boys, and that's what you need. That's the energy that you get when you get a triple and a run scoring here to tie things up. Vargas just new to the team. 563 in his last 8 games.
Patty swings at the first pitch. Now that's going down the right field line, and that falls in for a hit. Segura's going to score. Patty's rounding first, and he's going to get into second with the stand-up double. The Beach Boys get their first lead of the day, and they now lead 4-3. Patty with the dance moves at second base. 2 extra base hits in a row for the Beach Boys. Tyshawn Patty, the latest, with the double. Wow, 3 hits to kick off this inning.
Well, Tate out there, he's getting to run down a lot of balls. He's got both hands on his knees right now as he's catching his breath. He had to run after all the way to the wall for that triple off the bat of Vargas. Then that double pushed over by the foul pole line, going down at 325, the ball knocking around there. So Tate was chasing after a couple of those fly balls, and now it looks like that'll be it for Cardenas here today.
Yeah, you ought to feel for Cardenas. He was dealing, right, after giving up 2 runs in the first inning. He went 4 straight shutout innings, but a rough start here in the bottom of the 6th, facing the meat of the order. It started with a Lichtenberger single. Then Harry Vargas drove Lichtenberger home with the RBI triple in the gap in right center field. And then Tyshawn Patty went down the right field line with an RBI double. And there you have it. The Beach Boys lead 4-3. So we'll be back in just a second. The Beach Boys lead 4-3. There's still no outs in the 6th inning. Tyshawn Patty's on second. And we'll have a new arm for the Lightning. Well, The Lightning are going to the bullpen for the first time today. Aiden Cardenas is done, and your new pitcher for the Lightning is Kean Phillips from St. Leo University. Well, the Beach Boys have scored 2 runs this inning. Lichtenberger got a single, Vargas got a triple, and Patty, the latest, got a double, and he sits there on second base. Here's the batter, Bo Rodriguez. The Beach Boys trying to extend their lead, and the good news is there's still no outs here in the bottom of the 6th. The first pitch of the day for Keon Phillips, and it's 0-1 to Bo Rodriguez. So, the Beach Boys, in the biggest of stages in Game 1 of the playoffs, they scored 2 runs this inning, and the damage is not done yet. That pitch misses low. 1-1.
Phillips coming in. He's 5'11", 170, a junior at St. Leo University. He's from Arvada, Colorado.
Now, Patty on second. If he scores, that run will be charged to Cardenas. This is a ground ball to the shortstop. Machado makes the throw. A good pick by the first baseman. That throw was in the dirt, but how about Nico Benestad getting that glove down? So that's out number 1, and Patty stays put at second base, and now batting's Jed Cambry.
Phillips 4-0 on the season, 3.16 ERA, 12 appearances, 5 starts for the Lightning, 31 1/3 innings pitched, 43 strikeouts. He leads the league in strikeouts.
That strikeout number is absurd, especially considering he's only started 5 games. He's played in 12 games, only 5 starts. Usually when you spend a lot of your time out of the bullpen, you're not going to get that many strikeouts because you can only pitch so many innings. But if you look at the amount of innings he's pitched, 31 innings, but 43 strikeouts. So he's averaging more than a strikeout an inning.
He has. He had a big game against the Bucks. Only 2 innings of work, struck out 5.
He's had 6 straight games with at least 3 strikeouts. Pretty good. Well, there's 1 out. Patty's still on second. The Beach Boys trying to extend their 1-run lead. That's right down the middle to the batter, Jed Cambry, who has flew out to left field in both at-bats. And the designated hitter, Andrew Taveras, is on deck. This has been a fun half inning for the Beach Boys here in the bottom of the 6th, but they're not done yet. With 1 out, the next pitch to Cambry, a grounder to the third baseman. Benavidez is going to make a strong throw, and that's out number 2. Patty has to stay put at second base.
Another 5 strikeout performance by Phillips was against the Makos. 5 innings of work, picked up the win there, 5 strikeouts. So, yeah, just a lot of strikeouts accumulating. Like you said, more than 1 per inning. His last outing, Phillips, was against the Extreme. The team lost. He didn't get a decision. 3 innings of work, allowed a run. It was earned, a couple of hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts in those 3 innings.
So here's Andrew Taveras. Singled in his last at-bat against the lefty Cardenas, now facing a righty, so it favors Taveras. And Patty is still waiting on second base. Trying to advance, trying to score. The Beach Boys, again, just took their first lead of the day, but they want to extend that 1-run lead. The next pitch to Taveras. Good eye there, 1-1. Remember, this is the 2-seeded Beach Boys versus the 3-seeded Lightning here in the North Division. The champion of the North Division will be announced tomorrow. The winner of this game will play the Palm Beach Extreme. That's hit down the right field line, but just foul. That could have been dangerous. That could have scored Patty. But instead, Taveras walks back to the plate, and Patty walks back to second base.
I'll be back on the broadcast tomorrow for the division finals, and that'll be at 11 a.m. for the North Division. The South Division, they will play today, later today at 3 o'clock. Chris Toltz is on the call, and I hear that you might be joining him, Isaac. Are you headed over there?
I got to make the drive down there as this is hit to the shortstop Machado, who makes the throw to first base. The Beach Boys strand Patty at second, but not before scoring 2 runs to take the 4-3 lead. We head to the top of the 7th, and the Beach Boys lead 4-3 here at Joe Russo Field in Palm Beach Gardens.